Good morning, traders. New York session starts in a few minutes and I'll show you what the market looks like for today and how to trade it. By the end of this video, you will know where we stand with the Bitcoin higher time frame and also how to trade it on the lower time frames. And also I'm going to talk about the altcoins because some of them are in a very good position. So I will tell you about the altcoins and where we can buy more. Let's get to the charts. As always, we talk about the USDTD, dominance of Tether, because the entire crypto market we can find the direction of that based on the dominance of Tether. You can see we have a lot of drawings and the chart looks a little bit messy. So this messiness, it comes from a very important support resistance line here. This trend line, the green line that I drew here, as you can see, we've had a lot of touches. These are from previous videos. If you haven't watched it, feel free to watch them, even though they are from the previous days, but they're still very good for your educational understanding and to better understand the market for where we stand right now. You can see we've touched this green line multiple times. The first time was, well, the highest of the all-time high of the dominance of Tether. Then here we touched it, the second one, the third one, fourth one, fifth one. And also from here, if you remember in another video, was in one of the positions that we got. This is for our time frame. We got this on the lower time frames and 15 minutes, and we hit the target very nice. And the reason was that we broke above this once we hit one trend line multiple times. There's good expectation that we're gonna break above this, and then we will wait for pullback. So we had our pullback. We had our pullback here. As you can see, we had our pullback and then moved all the way up here, okay? So right now where we stand is we are touching the same green line. So if you have watched these videos from before, you must have got this position, right? This is very, very simple. This was very easy money to get. I mean, I cannot believe how easier it could have been. You can see that we also talked about it a lot in the previous videos, but this trend line, we hit it multiple times. So it's good to understand that this is a huge support resistance. If we break below this, remember, we're gonna still use this, all right? If we break below this, then we are going to expect one pullback, another touch to the same trend line, and then going down forward, all right? So this trend line, it matters. Don't think that it's over. Nope, definitely have that on your chart. I drew it infinitively and I have it here all the way down to here. Another thing we talked about it was the lows that we've made from before, okay? Let me clean up the chart a little bit here. So, okay, you know what? I will leave this here as it is. Another thing that we talked about it was the lows that we have made from here. We had this low, we had another low here, and we had another one. So we are making higher lows on the higher time frames for our time frame. I'm talking about the scalps, so majorly higher time frames. And what we can see is that right now we stand at another order block. So this white box, I've already drew this before. Again, it was another good position, but this green line was good enough. So we have two confluences, which is good enough. What we expect from the market was to touch this. Once we touch this, because we had one of the confluences was the green line, the trend line here, and the other one was this order block, the box that I created here, that I drew here. All right. So it means that once we touched here, we do need some higher moves from this area. And what it means is that once we move forward, we can see that the price is trying to make highers. But there's one interesting point here. As you can see from the previous zones, once we touched the price, once we touched a low here, the price went up parabolically. All right, you can see that how sharp the price went up. You can see the green candles, how big and sharp the green candles are going up. But for here, no, the price is trying to range here. The price got stuck. It couldn't make a big green candle the same as before. This is the most interesting part, which can show us some lack of strength, some lack of momentum. And this can actually reverse the entire trend of the dominance of Tether, meaning that if we go down here, if we go down, it means that we can have some bullish momentum in crypto markets. Okay, so from where we stand here, we are still waiting for some more breakouts. The only way that I will be convinced we will reach higher is that we close above this high. Only if we close above this high, only then I would say we will continue the bearish momentum, okay? But as of now, there's even a good chance that we touch this, okay? So this is something that probably it's not really that probable, okay? Probably we may just say it somewhere around here, just touching all the way here, and then move down forward. And you can see that the reason is that we couldn't go below here, and the reason is this was a huge support. We had two confluences. We had one major trend line here, and also we had this order block, the white box that I drew here, okay? We had two major boxes, and the price had to react to it. But it couldn't push the price so high, and that's why I'm thinking there is a good chance that we may gather a little bit more fuel from here, a little bit more liquidity from here, and then go all the way down here. All right, we can see the same thing in the let me go to hourly time frame and 15-minute time frame. You can see also the same thing in the 15-minute time frame, that we are getting exhausted. The price cannot make a big candles, and it cannot break above. For example, we had this high here. We could not really break above this with a full big candle. Okay, as you can see, we touched it once here. Let me zoom in a little bit. We touched it here once, and then the price couldn't break above it the second time here, and then the third time is trying. Let's see what happens. But if it wanted to go higher, it should have broken above this from here. The same thing we can see in the Bitcoin. Let me go to the Bitcoin chart and see where we stand on the Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the daily time frame, we can see that we've made this double top here. We talked about it. These are from from last month. We talked about it. We made one double top here. So this shows a bearish momentum. But this bearish momentum, it couldn't really grab these lower lows liquidity. And now it's trying to make higher highs. Now you can see that from here, this candle, this pin bar candle, you can see that this one right here, we made a shadow. We grabbed liquidity as much as we could, and we went all the way up. And we made green candles one after another, but we still haven't broken above this, okay? This is also something we have to mention. We haven't still broken above this. So on the higher time frame, we do expect more momentum towards top. Just we need one confirmation. The confirmation is going to be this price, okay? Definitely put this price tag on your chart. Have this on your chart, this trend line. It's important. Once we break above 65,433, then we can expect higher highs all the way up to the 72K. All right, this is a major breakout for us. It can go all the way to the 72K and also 75K. And remember, we talked about this before, that once we have a double top or a double bottom, then there is a huge liquidity sits besides it. What it means is that once we touched it, so on the chart, once we touch this, so let's say we come here, we break above this. Once we touch this, there's a good chance that we go straight all the way up here. You can see that the same thing happens here on the left side here on this chart. There was not a lot of, there was actually none. There was no pullback, or there was no structure. The price just crashed. The same thing we can expect from here. So the price is not going to wait. So it's not going to wait for you to make your entries. No, it's just going to push up, and you have to understand where to enter and how to exit. All right. So this is another thing that worth mentioning. Do not get FOMO if you miss the move. But again, we're talking about the higher time frames. On the lower time frames, we are still in a downtrend. We are still trying to make lower lows. Let's see how it looks here. On the hourly time frame, what we can see here is that, again, the New York session starts soon, so I will make this quick and I will give you the confirmations. On the confirmation side, look at it, make the moves on your side, on yourself. All right, so on the lower time frames, we can see that on the hourly time frame, we've made one double top again. So what it shows us is, let me draw this here. We have one here and another one here. Even if I go to the 15 minutes or lower, we can see that we made one top here. We made another one here, a triple high top here, and then the third one here, okay? So it shows that the price could not break above it and the price is trying to push lower and lower. What we have to wait is for this low to break. Okay, I hope I can upload this video before this move comes. But once we broke below this low, this line here, this trend line, then from here, let me put the price tag on it. So it's going to be 64,443. Okay, once we break below this, then we can expect something like this from here going up, and we can expect going lower. So we will wait for another touch on the 64,443, and we will make another short all the way down to this white box here that I have. Okay, this was another box that's important. We've had a few shadows touched it. We've had this one. There was also a lot of liquidity here, so there's a good chance that once we break below this, we can hit 63,900. All right. All right, have this on your chart. And also, as I said, we are still on a downtrend on the lower time frames, but on the higher time frames, we are going to wait for it. We are going to wait for the breakouts that I gave you on the 65K. And once we break above that, then we will long the market and we will wait for the 72K to hit. I've already had a few other analysis that I'm going to share with you, but for now I want to talk about altcoins just for very quick and very few minutes. On the altcoin side, I'm going to talk about the Dogecoin because it's a clear path of what we can see. Also, we do have Solana and other altcoins. I will make another video for this, but for now I will talk about the Dogecoin and how it looks. On the Dogecoin, on the 3-day time frame, or we can also do the daily or weekly, but for the 3D we can see that the price has been compact here. It has been jammed here. The price has been consolidating within this range, okay, for the past few weeks. So let me see, it was since June 30th, okay, so it's more than a month now, about 5 weeks now. The price has been going up and down between 68 to all the way to the 73. It's just ranging here. What it means is that there's a good chance that this may turn into a nice accumulation zone. All right, we've had this before. We've had this accumulation zone here. We've had this here. We've had this accumulation zone. We've had this here. We're also having it here. We've had this multiple times. The only difference that I'm expecting right now is that we've never made any liquidity grab. And the only thing that you have to care about right now, I'm not going to buy here. I am going to wait for one liquidity grab. What does liquidity means? What does liquidity grab means? What does all this jargon? I'm going to show you from the previous charts. You see that here we've had a lot of consolidations. We've had a lot of range here, but we've made one shadow all the way down here. What it does, it basically, let's say we've had a lot of people who are longing this on the futures. Okay, they are just burden. They're not actual buyers. They're not buying spot Dogecoin. They're just burden. They are, so the market has to get rid of those people in order to push higher. Because if we, let's say if the exchange platforms, if they just go all the way top without any liquidation, then there is not enough money, and then the exchange platforms, they have to pay those long positions. So it has to liquidate all those long positions. It had to get rid of those long positions in order so that it will be it will be lighter and it can push the price higher. We had this and we've seen this a lot of times before, okay? I'm not going to talk about this. This is something else. This is absolutely something else. We've had this another times here, okay? All right, where's my brush here? You can see that it liquidated all the long positions and then went all the way up. It liquidated all the long positions and then went all the way up. Okay, we've made the consolidation part, but not the liquidation. So this is what I'm looking for. This is something I'm looking forward to it. You can see that after a flush, after a shadow, a big shadow here, we always make some highs. I mean, it can be more or less, it depends really on the market and how much of the consolidation we've made. So this was not consolidation, just the liquidation grab. But for here, you can see that we've made a lot of consolidation, and it's more or less the time we go up and the price can reach all the way up to 9 cents or even 10 cents. Okay, it's going to be, these are going to be our targets for now. But again, do not long this. This is very, very dangerous. Do not long it. If you have even a long position at any, even like 5x or anything, it can definitely flush you and it can crush you. All right. We can see this again here. We've made the shadow here. We've made the liquidation. We made the consolidation here and then move up. We made the shadow here, the consolidation. We had our consolidation and moved up. The same here, and literally like everywhere, you can see it also here. This was a smaller one, okay? We've made this one. The shadow is smaller, as you can see here, but still it's worth mentioning. Let me move this a bit higher so you can see. We made the range here, we made the shadow here, and then we moved higher. This is something that we can see in more or less all the altcoins. You can go ahead and check them out. But we are in a good position. It's just that I can't see any shadow down here. This doesn't count really. Like I understand that we do have this one. It doesn't really count. It doesn't give us a lot of potential unless we have news or something that we can rely on. But I believe we can see one more shadow here all the way to the 60, all the way to here, to this zones, to the 60 or even to 5 cents. I mean, about the 5 cents to 6 cents, and then we can expect one move up all the way to the 9 cents to 10 cents. So it's not guaranteed. Again, this is very risky market. You have to make your own play, but I believe that this can be good. I hope you enjoyed this video. We talked about the Bitcoin higher time frames, where we stand and how does the entire market looks like. We talked about the lower time frames on the hourly time frames and also 15-minute time frames, that what we are looking for and how to trade it. And also we talked about our spot backs. I think this was a very complete video. We talked about literally everything and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow.